Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jefferey Morrison. How's it going? Alright, we're gonna do a whip and chat here with Diamond Art Club, So Many Books, So Little Time by Randall Spangler. We're about around here, like start on the right hand side of the huge arch window here. Square drill, 22 inches by 43 inches, 56 centimeters by 109 centimeters, 53 colors, including 2 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're an iridescent coated type of drill that sparkles a little brighter than that of regular drills. Anything under color code or DMC code 150 is considered an AB from Diamond Art Club. Alright. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Looks like a cloud bank is moving in. Yeah, nice white fluffy clouds, and it's like gray in the closer to the horizon. Oh dear. Okay, 814. Down arrow. Yep, so a couple books in the main stack here and that kind of thing. Here we are, some down arrows. Hopefully your crafting and other endeavors are going well. So I guess on TikTok there's somebody who owns a puma, like a cat, kind of wild cat kind of thing. Has like a purple collar on it. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's really a good house pet to have. Like, have you seen the paws on a leopard or whatever that is? Lynx? Yeah, that kitty gets a hold of you and yeah, I think you're toast. Filming my puma cat until it doesn't hiss at me. It's like, yeah, how did you get the collar on? Like, I don't know. Has this puma been around since it was a cub or something? Like, that's what I'm starting to wonder. I mean, it would have to be somewhat domesticated, or how would you even get one? Oh, I just suddenly want a puma as a pet. It's like, what? They just grabbed it out of the wild or something? It's like, there are a few questions, but yeah, I've seen a couple of those TikToks. Oh, puma's cool to see up close, I suppose, but yeah, kind of in the domesticated sense, like in somebody's house, just lying on a chair in somebody's living room is just kind of getting me off guard here. I'd rather see one in the wild having a good time, but I don't know, domesticated wild cat as a pet. No. Yeah, some other comments are along those same lines. I just kind of looked at the watched the TikTok a couple times and then just scrolled, but yeah. It's hard to get off my phone sometimes. I do get stuck in endlessly scrolling on TikTok, at least. Yeah, YouTube Shorts, I'm pretty bad too. Must be an attention span thing. I probably have a ADD, attention deficit disorder. Could imagine. Just lately it seems, yeah. YouTube Shorts, I seem to watch those a lot more than I do like a longer video. Yeah, usually it's in bed before I fall asleep, and I'm usually fall asleep during a long video. Yeah, that's not the best habit to have. Sleeping, going to bed, and then looking at your phone. Probably not the best idea, but it's a habit that came back. Like, I used to listen to music while lying in bed with headphones on, and yeah, just fall asleep that way. Guess it's a way to fall asleep, but yeah, if you're watching a video that was kind of informative or something on YouTube, and yeah, just kind of slept through it. It's like, all right, yeah, that down arrow was just in the red book here. Okay, we'll do another shade of red. Left facing. Yeah, 498 by the looks of it. Get 498 here and here. A lot of this is going to be window, like a good chunk of this section is window. It's kind of half and half actually, if you really kind of look at it. Yeah, half book, half window. 498. Okay. Lower right angled triangle, lower left hand side. Yeah, just along the book here. The front covers, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild too on the Switch, so it's this one particular side quest where you're in the Rito area with like the bird people or whatever. Bird race. Yeah, you're just in a really cold part of the Hyrule. But anyway, it's like this side quest, and there's something about a white bird that's on top of a mountain in a cedar tree, in a lone standing cedar tree. I made it to that cedar tree and nothing happened last night. So you'd need like winter wear, like warm clothing to get up to that mountaintop, but yeah, all that way, and there's just a tree there with like a ribbon tied around it or something. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? It's like a certain hour or something, or during the day in game. Like, I was not sure what was going on. I like climbed the cedar tree and yeah, made it to the top. Nothing happened. I was just like, what's going on here? I'm not sure if that was a triangle. Oh, it was. Okay. Not losing my mind. Okay, there we go. Alright. I don't know. At this point, I'm just like exploring the map, kind of, to an extent. And I'm trying to find shrines to get the Master Sword. See if I can defeat Thunderblight Ganon once and for all. Like, that's the only divine beast I have left in Breath of the Wild. Just having a tremendously difficult time with, I don't know, YouTube videos I've seen of the battle. It's done with like under 2 minutes or so. It's like, what? Why am I having such a hard time? Must be using like kind of really high grade weapons or something, like some sort of upgrades. I think there's like a rubber suit in Breath of the Wild where you can wear, Link can wear. You have to make it, I think, though. I have the Breath of the Wild strategy guide, so yeah, just kind of look this stuff up, because I kind of fumble around in a Legend of Zelda game, as it is. But yeah, I kind of do like the open world aspect of it. It's kind of, the appeal's kind of there, and you're playing as Link, so it's gonna, once you kind of see him just hanging out or somewhere, or he's mentioning gaming, like, you just know Oh, Legend of Zelda franchise. Yeah, just right then and there. Yeah, I just keep thinking Ocarina of Time. Like, it's kind of where I've first seen Link, like, portrayed in a video game, like, for Ocarina of Time for the N64. Yeah, I think there was a 3DS remake or whatever, but yeah, Ocarina of Time, I'd need a strategy guide to get through that. Like, I just would fumble around in that too. Terrible. Yeah, I probably mentioned this before, but like, characters as you progress through the game mention like where you need to go next or suggest. But yeah, if you set the controller down and don't play for a while, then how the heck are you supposed to remember what to do when you pick up the controller again like a week or two later? It just gets me every time. Okay. 3782. Breath of the Wild, yeah, you can just kind of pick up the controller like a week later and just kind of do whatever. 3782. Yeah, you can mark main quest objectives or mark a side quest on the map, but yeah, it's, you could have it marked, yeah, main quest marked on your map, but yeah, just go and find something obscure in the landscape and just be doing that and not actually accomplishing like any story stuff. Just because you got distracted with that one thing on the map. Yep. All too common. I have Tears of the Kingdom as well, but yeah. Just something drew me back to Breath of the Wild for some reason. Don't know. Yeah, I've just basically done the Sky Islands and Tears of the Kingdom. That's about as far as I got there. Made it down to Hyrule Kingdom, but yeah. And I found one dragon tier or whatever. Oh, a couple actually, but in Tears of the Kingdom. Some sort of landscape glyphs scattered across the map of Hyrule in Tears. That's kind of cool. I found a couple of the memories in Breath of the Wild as well. Basically a Princess Zelda, what she went through like 100 years ago when the great Calamity Ganon came to be. Yeah, it just... Yeah, Kuriko Village in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, find 10 Kuokus, like chickens. Yeah, one was like on a roof, and then, yeah, you're just like looking around. All you get is a rupee for it, like the currency. So I just kind of did that. Now, some shrines in Breath of the Wild I just looked up in the strategy guide. Like, it has all the shrines they can find and get spirit orbs for. Yeah. I've literally just looked at the strategy guide to get through a couple shrines. Like, it doesn't bother me too much. Some shrines, yeah, you can figure out. Yeah, I've figured out multiple shrines just by looking around and then figuring out what you need to do. Yeah. But shrines with like mirror images of constellations and all that, Twin Peaks or something. Yeah, I just got the strategy guide and just followed the picture to solve those two shrines. It's just like, yeah, I don't have time to think about this kind of stuff. I just want to play. Just want a spirit orb, thanks. I'm like one heart away from being able to pull the Master Sword out of the pedestal in the Lost Woods. Thankfully, there's a shrine there in the Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild that you can just warp to and then just pluck the Master Sword out of the pedestal when you're ready, when you have 13 hearts at least, according to the strategy guide. Yeah, that might beat Thunderblight Ganon. I'm just having an incredible time with that boss. I get so close and the boss just goes crazy with electricity. Sword and shield electrified, and it just slashing at you twice, and just reaction time is just terrible. Game over, game over. See the game over screen needlessly so many times. How many times I've died in Breath of the Wild just from like falling or getting fried by a guardian laser. Yeah. Yep, so many failures and then eventually success. Water Blight Ganon gave me a rough time too. That was before I had the strategy guide, but yeah, I kind of figured out Water Blight a little easier once I learned the ice block kind of strategy. That was much easier. But like an enemy that just stays in the air and it has a huge lance that can just slice half of the playing space during its attack phase. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's almost like you have to use Flurry Rush and Thunderblight Ganon's whole boss thing, and you have to use Magnesis to lift a spire up to it to electrocute it to bring it back down to the ground, and then it just continues with darting around the playing field and slicing at you. I get way, like, the last couple inches of the health bar, like near the end of the health bar, and Thunderblight just loses it. I get my shield and sword slapped out of my hands and just double slashing and darting around. Whole Link is just like lying on the ground for way too long. It's definitely not a Demon Souls game, but holy cow. Definitely not Elden Ring, but holy cow, it's just frustrating. You're like right there, it's the final divine beast to figure stuff out. And I guess you have to turn around and fight it again in Hyrule Castle. To fight all four of the divine beasts again. And then probably converges and becomes a Calamity Ganon. It's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. The weapon durability stuff just goes against the grain with that Thunderblight Ganon boss. boss. Like, no, it can get as many game overs as the world delivers, but don't get upset as much anymore. I've just seen the game over screen so many times. I stopped playing Elden Ring altogether. Like, yeah, that's not my type of game. Make some leeway, but I just can't even get past the first. Well, I beat one boss in Elden Ring, but that was a bunch of game overs too. It's just patience and skill kind of thing. Just in those video games from software. From software. Yeah. Awesome looking games, like, don't get me wrong, but beautiful, but just like the whole world's just against you kind of concept, and just the strength of the enemies is just makes it tedious. The joy is like gone. It's a beautiful landscape and everything, beautiful world, probably a chunk ton of lore in the game, but you have to go find it. And if you can't survive just a simple couple map encounters or boss encounters without getting one hit killed, it's just, yeah, there's just those really difficult games out there that people just adore. And meanwhile, people are like playing Super Mario Sunshine, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64. That's more my pace. Yeah, I still have a PlayStation 5 because, yeah, expensive. So, Final Fantasy 16 is just sitting there in front of my gaming TV, just chilling. Awesome game cover, though. I just love that Clive guy. Main character in 16. Just looks so cool. That's like a Final Fantasy character, like, just hands down. Big sword and I guess that's the main character that goes through, has quite a time. Goes on quite the journey. I've seen spoilers for Final Fantasy 16, but yeah, I have not played it. It's the only PS5 game I have, but I just have a game for the PlayStation 5. But no system. The system's just way too expensive. But since I traded in my PlayStation 4, I have like $300 credit, but it's still like coming up with another couple $100 to, yeah. I need other things before I can even consider just picking up a PlayStation 5. Other bills to pay. Yeah, just never ends. It's hard to set money aside when you just have so much financially going on. I should probably get new work boots because my other ones are just about at it. I have to wear steel toes at my full time. And anti-slip boots, but I just use slide-in kind of boots from Mark's Work Warehouse. They don't have any laces, and they're perfect. I just look for size 9 and just leave. And I have like a footwear credit or footwear benefit to once a year to use to get reimbursed for buying safety footwear. Yeah. Can use it like anytime, just have to hand in a receipt and then you get that money back, like to an extent. It's over 100 and something kind of benefit just once a year. So once you use it, you're kind of out of luck if your safety footwear just kind of rage quits. So yep, I work with a lot of water and chemicals, so my boots do get exposed to a lot of water and elements, so I guess once I buy my work boots, I could put that towards that money back towards getting a PlayStation 5, because I've been planning that for a while. Not just a novelty thing that I just want to get. I really want to play Final Fantasy 16, so yeah, Final Fantasy 7 remake kind of games look interesting too, but I don't know, I've played the original Final Fantasy 7 and it's like, that's nostalgia for me. It's just like a remake is like so much for a standalone Final Fantasy title. It's like, it's not special anymore, it's like remade, so it doesn't feel the same. It's like probably what they wanted Final Fantasy 7 to be all those years ago, but because of hardware limitations and all that, that's probably why it was remade. Like, it's the way they wanted Final Fantasy 7 to be. But yeah, it just wasn't possible back in 1997. Looks pretty darn good now. Characters are way more detailed. I don't know, but it's no longer active time battle kind of system, which kind of came with Final Fantasy. So, well, I think there are Final Fantasies before that had active time battle, where there's like a gauge that fills up, and then yeah, each character gets a turn during the battle, kind of thing. But so Final Fantasy VII wasn't the first game to have a active time battle, but it was in that group of games that, yeah, turn-based kind of battles. So that's what they could do back then. Now it's like real-time battles because of graphics capabilities and hardware capabilities. So that's probably why. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. It is really getting cloudy, or could rain. Clouds are grayer. Down below in the description section, I put the main website links for Conquer and Pazer. Just two fitness incentive kind of apps / websites as an incentive for me to stay physically active. All the information is in those hyperlinks once you click them. I'm not affiliated or partnered with Conqueror or Pazer. Yeah, I just put the websites down there for the giggles. Yeah. Any updates regarding Echoes of Color will just be on YouTube. So, since I don't have social media anymore. So, well, except for YouTube, it's technically social media. But just update Echoes of Color stuff just here on YouTube. But anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.